There we go. Ooh, yeah. Coming up in the world. Now, you know what? Now this tie is a souvenir. Now I got to frame it. Maybe in the Smithsonian one day. I got proof that you touched it, man. This interview is brought to you by the Pro Fight Shop in Hollywood. I am here, Radio Rahim, at Wildcard Boxing Gym with the Hawaiian Punch, Brian Viloria. Brian, it's, you know, we've known each other so long.
A while, man. I haven't seen you in a while until I seen you here the last time. But.
You haven't seen me, but I've been watching you, and you know, you've had a phenomenal career, and you're only going further. First of all, you know, you're so young, you fight with so much energy, and you're in your 30s now. Talk to me about what it's like to be able to maintain the conditioning to fight at this level the way you have for so long.
Yeah, you know, first of all, I had to stop eating. I had to start eating right, and you know, start from there. You know, and you know, just having to stay in the gym and stay focused and just maintain the you know, the passion for the sport. And you know, if you have all those things down, then it looks easy in the ring. You know, so I mean, you make it look easy. And for all of that, I just, I just stopped drinking and stopped partying, and start doing the necessary things for me to get myself in shape and try not to stay out of shape for too long, and you know, just being busy.
Now, you bring up the drinking, the partying, like, you know, it's kind of been a life transition. Was there a time when you could have left the sport? Was there a time when the focus was so off that, you know, maybe you were going to go a different direction?
There's many times when my last loss against Carlos Tamara, a lot of people was like, I think it's time for you to retire. You know, you had a great career, and when you do a lot of soul searching, and you just, ask questions about, to yourself, saying, do you really want to, hang it up at this on this note, or do you still feel like you have a lot more to prove? And when I looked down, when I dug deep, I just felt like, I still had a lot more to go.
Yeah.
And and I still had the passion for it, and so, I just continued to make the right decisions and the correct adjustments in my life, and just continue on going and doing the things I like doing.
You know, it's a good thing that you did, because I feel like after that change, you may have become more popular now than you were in the first half of your career. That fight that you had with Marquez in November, you unified the titles. It was right here in LA in your backyard. It was a war. It became an internet sensation for people who weren't there. Talk to me about that moment, knowing what you'd come through and knowing that you rededicated yourself. How satisfying was it to unify those titles? Very
satisfying, and to do it in such, on that note, I feel like my whole career has just been renewed, to that point. But for the last couple of years, I've been fighting that. If you look back at the Segura fight, that was a fight where I wasn't supposed to be in there with him, and a fight that nobody gave me a chance. And so for me to defeat a guy like Segura, and then to come out and to avenge a loss against Nino, and to fight against Marquez the way I did, it just told me that I was doing the things in my life correctly, and I did the right moves, and I'm making the right decisions in my life. And so I'm trying to continue on with that, and hopefully in this fight it's gonna be the same thing in April 6th.
Now, you're taking this fight international. I expect you to be as big a sensation over there as you were here in LA in November. I guess, tell me what it's like to have now, I guess, the titles, the long career, still with the passion, but what do you have left to prove?
That's what I ask myself every day. For me, my goal right now is just making the top 10 pound for pound ranking, and I'm almost cracking that. And, I think there's a couple more fights. I really didn't want to just leave off being a footnote in the sport. I really want to make my mark and be remembered as a great fighter, and that's what's keeping me up right now, and just having fun. I'm genuinely, like in the last couple of fights, I had fun and enjoyed myself, and you feel really alive when and when I'm in the ring and fighting, and that's where I feel like I was born to do, and that's where I belong. And so just finding that, and just enjoying myself, and just trying to be just trying to be the best I could be, even at this age. That's what's pushing me right now.
Now, no matter how dedicated a fighter or athlete is, when you're in your 30s, you got to start thinking like you're thinking: legacy, time clock. How much time do I have left to accomplish what I want accomplished? Do you have so-called something of a hit list that you think could take you to the place that you want to be before you step out of the ring for the last time?
I'll know when it's time for me to hang it up. I don't know, when I wake up one day, I'm like, okay, I think it's time for me. And when that time comes, then I'll be able to, just it'll be easy for me to hang it up. But right now, I just feel like I got a lot ways to go, and there's no hit list. There's the guy. I'm taking it one fight at a time, at this point, and hopefully try to make every fight exciting from this point on, and that's what I promised myself after that Carlos Samara fight, just to prepare myself well for each fight, and just got to make it exciting. Got to make it worthwhile for the people to come out and tune into the TV, or come out and take that extra cash out of their pocket to watch you fight. Just give them a reason why, and I think that's what I'm doing right now.
Now, I got a little footage of you earlier today hitting the bag, or, the big mitt, I guess we would call it.
Yeah, the shield.
The shield, cracking the shield. The power that you still have, and the power that you've had through your whole career, it's phenomenal. It's really, for you to be so, small in stature, your power is that of a big man. How is it that you generate that power and speed and have been able to maintain it over these years?
It's all, the technicalities, and it's just all, the way you throw a punch, and I think I've been born with it. Some people are just born with ability to do such things, and to move their body in a way that it could generate enough torque for the power to come out. But it's all years and years of experience and practice, and doing it over and over and over, and the repetitiveness of the sport has just got me to this point. Yeah.
Now, the main event in China is going to be a debut. It's only going to be a 4-round fight.